health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also determines how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. Hi, I'm Shawn Scott, and I want you to join me Friday, July 1st, 6 p.m. for the M3 Awareness Gala, brought to you by Marsha's Mental Movement. This will take place at the Majesty Event Center, located at 900 West Bow Street in Tyler, Texas. Attire for the event is all black formal, and you can purchase your tickets now on eventbrite.com by searching M3 All Black Gala. That's the M3 Awareness Gala, Friday, July 1st at 6 p.m. at the Majesty Event Center in Tyler, Texas.
Michael, Shawn, and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you
Baby,
laugh.
tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you wanna be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday. Michael, Shawn, and the TakeOver Legends. Jay Black sent a text message in the group and said, I'm exhausted. I need another day. I don't know. I think Jay Black was working this weekend. I don't know. If I remember correctly, it wasn't Father's Day on Sunday, so he shouldn't have worked Sunday, right? He should have had that off. He wasn't working on Sunday, was he?
I don't think Sunday he worked. Yesterday he had to work.
Yes.
He said, I'm exhausted. Shut the fuck up. We all exhausted, Jay Blizzy. We all exhausted.
We are.
All of us are exhausted. I think Shawnee just came in from off the streets. I think she just walked straight off the streets and turned her microphone on, Jay Black.
Yeah.
Mo got a kid that got to wake up. Mo working 24 hours a day on a laptop, making moves, doing foundations, fundraisers, charities, helping the homeless, feeding the hungry, and you exhausted, Jay Black? We had Juneteenth off. What'd you do on Juneteenth? You were supposed to rest and relax on Juneteenth. That's what you were supposed to do. Was you pimping the game, Jay Black? Was you landscaping and we ain't know about it, Jay Blizzy? So Jay Black's not on the show today, but he'll be back tomorrow. Let's recap. Shawnee, how was your weekend? It was an extra weekend. You had an extra day. You had a Juneteenth celebration. You had a Father's Day, everything.
Well, we had you know what was crazy? On Father's Day, people saying Happy Juneteenth. I was like,
yeah, we got overshadowed. We got overshadowed by Juneteenth this year.
It's Father's Day. What are y'all doing?
Yes.
But we had, this weekend. So the girls had 2 pop-ups. They had a pop-up. They're doing popcorn now. They're selling popcorn. So
God
we
damn.
have Penny's,
That's what I'm talking about.
Penny's popcorn. We got the popcorn machine, everything. Took the popcorn machine out the first day. Them healthers ain't really work. So me and Penny had to do, me and Slow had to do all the work the first day. And we was mad. We was mad. We was big mad because they wouldn't participate. You know how kids are. They be wanting stuff, but then they don't want to do work. So the next day, I had a talk with him. And he had to talk with him. My best friend had to talk with him. And I was just tired of talking to him. But when we got up Saturday, they because my best friend and Slow told him, they said, well, if you just tell your mom that you don't want to do it, you know, she'll respect that and she'll, you know, let you go on. She won't be bothered, which is true.
Oh, she will?
If you just honest with me, I might not like what you saying.
I was trying to get on my IG. Get on the IG because this is a good story. Hold on, because I don't know. I got conflicting feelings on this.
Yeah.
I don't know. So Shawnee's saying if her kids were hurt and DJ Slow Your Roll had a conversation because they had a pop-up for my Instagram people and they ain't do no work. Now I've seen this happen live before. I've seen Shawnee take over a pop-up. I saw them doing t-shirts and I saw her take over and start doing whatever. So then he told her daughters, all you got to do is be honest with your mama and tell her you don't want to do it. And if you tell her she don't want to do it, she's going to respect your wishes. Now, I don't know if I totally believe that. But go ahead, Shawnee. You are now on IG. Go ahead.
it's true. If I might not like your answer, but I can respect it instead of you showing up and you just standing there and I'm having to keep talking to you over and over about this because it's not, it's hard work. It's not easy standing in front of that hot popcorn machine and, keeping everything going. And, Slow was like, well, you got a small one. It's a big, but it's like the ones they have at the stores, but I didn't get the big one. So we have to, work a little bit harder. So the next day, Saturday when we get up for the next one, they say one of them tells me, "Well, mommy, my stomach's hurting. I don't feel good."
Oh,
so
not
I
the
said,
stomach
"Okay."
hurting. Oh, not the stomach hurting. Women
then,
get away with that every time. That's a go-to for females. My stomach hurting. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was the baby. So I said, "Well, all right, go in there and make sure the popcorn machine is cleaned up like we need it, and go ahead and just start popping it. So we got something to start with." So she went in there and she did a good job. The other one ain't moving around, and I know she was up. So I go check on her. She in her room laying on the floor. I said, "What's your problem?" She said, my stomach hurt. I said,
her stomach hurt
hell
too?
no.
Oh,
Y'all
no.
Get up. And then I had to go off on them like they was 40-year-old women on the street. I said, nah, y'all be wanting me to rip and run, take y'all here and there. You better y'all gonna pop this popcorn today. Y'all gonna get down there, y'all gonna work, and y'all gonna be happy because people is tired. And I'm not giving you no more money. So we went on down. They did a much better job, but the first one who said her stomach was hurting, she was really sick. So eventually I let her go home. And the other one stayed and worked. And so they had a pretty successful weekend.
Good training ground.
Father's Day. But after we finished, then they were like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna say what they call them, but we got to go get Slow's Father's Day gift."
Yeah,
I'm like, we got to get it today.
Today.
After you over the kernels.
After you got over the stomach epidemic, you got over the stomach.
Yeah, she got over that quick.
Pox.
Like, yeah, we got to go get his Father's Day gift because I want to, have it. So we drive all over town to get this Father's Day gift. And Father's Day, they called their daddy too. They called their dad and told him Happy Father's Day. They got him some stuff too. But he came over. They gave him his gifts. He was so excited, and because that was like his first Father's Day ever because he doesn't have kids.
Oh wow! Oh well, very nice, very nice. Welcome to the club, homie. And welcome to the club. It can be a little overrated, but welcome to the club. The first one's nice. There you go. It can be a little. Don't worry, you'll be overshadowed by Juneteenth for a long time. Don't worry about it. But good work.
But he pulled their bikes out because there was something wrong with them. He pulled their bikes out, and so we went outside and let them get on their bikes for a little while. Oh, the big thing was we had an Uno game. We play board games here. We put money up for Uno.
Well, before you get to the money up for Uno, you said your kids were big mad. So let me tell you how I'm big mad. Shawnee pulled a social media ploy, right? And she did it. She posted a video. Now, I didn't read the caption first. The first thing I do is I watch the video before I read the caption. So she explained it on the caption. So everybody's on a bike, and they're about to race. Slow is about to race the girls. Now, because I see them in the beginner, and they're all going, "No, get behind the line before we say go. You too far." So I'm like, I want to watch the race. Like, I'm already amped to watch the damn race. They spent 8 minutes setting up how they were going to start the race, and then the video stopped before the race ever happened. Then I read the caption. Yes, I didn't see the race.
Oh, no. I seen the girls take off.
Did you see it? I didn't see the race. I thought you were going to show the race.
I saw the girls take off, and the Slow was still sitting there.
So they never raced.
No, they did, but he made me sick
Cause he races them all the time in that chair. Like that, he races them all the time. If they running, whatever they doing, he races. And I mean, he be racing them like he on the basketball court, racing them for real. Cause he ain't gonna let them win. Like they can't easy. But once if I pull out the phone and start taping, then he won't do it. So
I wanted to see the race because I was rooting for him. I wanted him to win. I'm saying you there, you gotta win. I ain't see the race. I was like, wow.
Let me see. I think I got it.
I got 7 minutes of my life taken on a
7 minutes. 7 minutes.
So,
but he did.
That is hilarious. I thought that was so funny because I never get got on that. I'm getting pretty good on knowing, oh, this ain't going. Especially TikTok. TikTok is so vicious for setting you up, especially when it says part 1 or part 2 on TikTok, and then you try to find the part 2.
You gotta go through their whole page.
You gotta go through their whole page and try to find part 2. And I'm like, dog, if you're gonna put part 1 up, make it convenient so I can get to and it'll be some good. Like stellar drama.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is the race. Let me see. Look at this. Look at this.
Anyway, on your mark.
They got music in the back.
Father's Day race. Woo! Father's Day.
Okay.
Let's look at the contenders.
Sitting there. I'm just sitting there. Go ahead. All
right.
right.
We got the Father's Day race.
Okay. Goddamn. Let's take go.
The dad here. All right, we got
taking up the whole sidewalk.
Yeah, we took up the whole sidewalk.
And go.
Who is this we got here? Okay, we got
and go.
Okay.
Go.
Go back.
There you go. Get back. Get behind the line. Get behind the line. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look, get behind the line. Oh, goddamn it. Take go.
Okay.
Let's
go. The race begin. On your mark. Get set. Ready. Go.
Ready. Who's that? On your mark. Get set. Ready. Oh, all right. Well, I didn't even get to that point. I didn't even get to that point. So that was my bad. Mo, how was your weekend?
I wasn't finished.
It was good.
Oh, Shawn, you weren't finished. Continue. Go ahead. I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
So that was the race, but we played board games and stuff. So we had an Uno game. We played Uno a couple times. And last game, I dealt out 25 cards to everybody. We all put $20 up. It was winner take all. You know, we played for money in the house.
Jesus, on Uno. Oh, that's a goodness God.
That game took, I promise you, 45 minutes. One Uno game.
Is it Super Uno where you can take the cards out of people's hands with certain cards, or is it just regular Uno?
Certain things you can, like there's a card where you can swap hands with somebody.
Oh, it's too much.
Somebody wrote on a card, draw 8 or say no, which was stupid. Didn't make sense. So it was an intense game. And
you
so cheap. He be cheating all the time.
So who won?
Slow, because he be cheating. He be cheating.
Slow, let me hold something. He got $80. Let me hold something.
We all had to cash app him. We had to cash app. Because before you start, you got to show your cash app and that you got the money. You know, we put the money.
Wow.
Make sure you got the goods. Make sure you got the funds.
There you go with those adult role models right there. Uno for money. Yeah.
Uno for money. Monopoly for money. And then so Instagram and Facebook, won't let me be great. So I got right. So with the Instagram post, I got lights, camera, action behind it. Mr. Cheeks.
Yeah,
good morning,
copyright.
everybody. Cam, J. Marie.
Good morning.
Okay,
good morning, y'all.
It's in Instagram. When you select a song, it's there for you to pick. So that video was getting like it grew legs quick. Like I posted, I didn't even expect all that. I was just expecting, my people to like it and that's it. No. By the time I got to 7,400 views, they gonna flag me and say, this video contains copyrighted material. Nigga, y'all put the songs on there.
Is it just they allow you to do it if you put it on your live, on your whatchamacallit, on your story?
No, you can put it in, you can put it on all your stuff. If that's the case, they shouldn't allow you to have that option there. And then Facebook went back, they went all the way back to 2000, 2050.
Oh yeah.
Or something way back, and told me that I cannot post lives anymore because I had put up this picture at the time. I was doing marketing for this strip club. And I had posted this picture. Yeah,
so you can't promote a strip club on IG. Y'all got OnlyFans, and y'all gonna tell us we can't promote a strip club now?
Yeah, it was on Facebook. It was a picture of Bill Clinton in this stripper, and I had put on there, like go to whatever the name of the club was, something, and they were like, you put up material that violated something.
Was she
so
naked?
Now, no, she wasn't naked. Nobody was nude in the picture.
Oh, y'all tripping. Something going on.
So now we cannot broadcast to Facebook for a month. I can't post no lot. So like this is not going to Facebook. Like it's so messed up right now.
My God.
Facebook be full of shit. I started my show there, went well. Then they started banning me all the time for old shit. Listen, they done gone through my Instagram from like 7 whatever years ago, and I'm getting notifications that this is so they said, do you want this reviewed again? I said, yeah, review it again, because I don't know what I still don't know what I did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we're not on Facebook. We're not on Facebook at all. So all of those people, I guess I have to send them a message and let them know.
Who would have thought that you would be banned?
YouTube link over there. I can put the YouTube link over there.
Oh yeah, but the YouTube link. Who would have thought the 2 out of 3 of these squares, the one person not banned from IG or Facebook is me? Because most still can't get. Because most still can't get. I don't know what Mo did.
I don't. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, they just straight blocked me on and with the Instagram. I'm like, y'all just don't want me to be great. Y'all don't want none of my stuff to go viral. I had a good video there. So, but for now, I know this. I ain't using nobody's music no more because I'm gonna repost it without the song and see what happens. Yeah.
So, I don't know if this is one of the conspiracy things on TikTok. Why people they get electric cars? They say there's the way that they're gonna control electric cars, that when you get banned from social media, they're gonna make it so you can't use your car for a day or something, or the car don't turn on. They had a whole conspiracy theory on TikTok. I was like, oh, well, maybe I'm gonna chill and just keep this gasoline car. So are you good now? Because that was a lot. You got a lot off your chest.
You had a full weekend.
I had a full weekend, and so yeah. So Jay Black, what's up? What's up, Jay Black?
Jay Black, you was busy. This girl was playing Uno for money, bike racing, got banned on Facebook. You gotta be. They was doing pop-ups, selling popcorn. They was cleaning out popcorn machines. And you trying to talk about you exhausted? You exhausted, Jay Black?
You exhausted, Jay Black?
Shoni got me tired just on her weekend. She got me tired. So go ahead, Mo. How was your weekend? Shoni got me tired on her weekend. She got me tired. So go ahead, Mo. How was your weekend? Oh, we got an echo. What happened?
I'm sorry, that's me. That's
got a double.
Playing back. That's me. I was playing YouTube. That's all.
So, of course, Saturday I was at a big festival out here, and of course, the Nobles and the daughters from Galconda were out, and we sponsored an ice cream truck. We had it was a big Juneteenth celebration. Great time. Also giving back to the community. So we had a great time. Sunday comes around and I have a gigantic migraine, because y'all know I get these migraines. Yesterday, somebody called me for a last minute job. So I worked yesterday, setting up backdrops, so forth. Sunday was actually my dad's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Can you hear me?
Birthday, Dad.
Yeah, you're breaking up. I don't know what's going on. It's like you got a delay going on, like your
Oh no,
lips are moving.
it looked like you were looking at something like a double.
No, your lips are moving, and then the sounds coming. Like it's like an old school kung fu movie. Like you're talking, and then the words come out after your lip. Yeah, and then it go. It was my dad's birthday.
I don't know what's going on, but maybe because we was talking about Facebook and TikTok.
We're sorry. We don't mean no harm. We just have questions. We don't mean no harm. We just have questions. That's all. Facebook, Instagram. We want explanations. And there's not a phone number that we can call directly for a representative. You guys are like the Wizard of Oz. Like we can't get directly in touch with anybody, so we got to go back and forth on DMs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like what's really good with that? But go ahead. So it was the birthday, your dad's birthday. So
yes.
did you?
So his birthday. A lot of times it falls on Father's Day, and I felt like it's hard to get my dad a present because he's one of those guys. It's like y'all ain't got to get me nothing. It's just another day. Birthdays are just another day. So
right.
I had this video. As you know, my grandma passed last month. I had this video of her talking about, him as a kid and, the things that he did as a kid. And so TikTok wouldn't let me be great. It kept doing something crazy to the video. Finally, I got it up, posted, and I didn't want to post it to everybody. I wanted to just to go directly to him, but they was like, it's too long. So I uploaded and posted it and everybody could see it or whatever. But it was actually his gift, his Father's Day / birthday gift, because anything else, pies, suits, and stuff like that, he doesn't. He's like, you ain't gotta get me nothing. So
A-Rock,
special for him.
A-Rock Sealy, get us on YouTube. Are we good on YouTube, Shawnee?
Hey.
We're good on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we're good on YouTube. Facebook won't let us be great.
Yeah, Facebook is. Shawnee put some porn, and I kept telling her about this. This porn addiction is getting out of control. I kept telling her, don't do it. I don't know what she was promoting, but we still on YouTube, so you can get us on YouTube. And Mo's banned from IG. I don't know what Sexy Mo did. I don't know what you got. You guys you're out of control.
Over here, it's been crazy. YouTube's been crazy. I don't know what I did.
You guys are out of control.
You know what? Actually, we all need to go to the Media Room 360 app. And then I won't even have none of these problems.
Yeah, if y'all will go to the 360 Media Room 360 app, download the Media Room 360 app, and then everything would be all good. Everything would be super Gucci. I promise. J. Marie says, I promise. That's what they are doing, and it's crazy as fuck. The sounds are licensed by IG and Facebook. Yeah, I don't know. They're not communicating with each other in their own company. I don't get it. Hell of a weekend. Mo, that was very what's the word? That gift was a very thoughtful gift.
He's like a Jay Black, like when it comes to the outwardly expressions and the emotions, and you don't got to make a big deal. It's just another day. And so I did that, and I figured that would be something that I can be something that he can keep. And
I don't get. That's very nice. I think that's a very thoughtful gift. That was really dope. You took a little time, and sometimes it's not, Yeah, so you fought your way. Thank you, J. Marie. Congrats to Amani. Yes, she graduated.
Yes.
I know also Papa. Yeah, so it was a long weekend with the graduation Friday, which was great. Then the graduation party Saturday, which was great. And, I wound up getting stuck in the backyard, cleaning the backyard. And I was doing spraying stuff down.
Did you power wash the house again?
No. The house got power washed. I paid for that. So y'all go do your job, because that is not a game if you don't have the right attachment. Well, what else happened? Father's Day was fine. This is what I want to talk about Father's Day quickly, and because I know every guy got on Instagram and complained about Father's Day, and Father's Day is just never going to be what Mother's Day is, and you just got to deal with what it is. And I'm happy it's not. I'm happy Father's Day. I like the way Father's Day is. I like it not being a big event. Big events mean reservations, mean a bunch of waiting, means a bunch of more stress. Don't need that. If you give me a happy Father's Day text, all good, fine. With a little heart emoji, I'm great. That's fine with me. That's perfect. But the thing that cracked me up in where my mom lives at, is I saw like 3 or 4 guys doing lawn work on Father's Day. And I said, ain't that about a bitch? Can you imagine if somebody asked mom to cook dinner on Mother's Day? I said, y'all, and I know somebody's going to say, well, they probably wanted to. No, not all 4 or 5 of them wanted to be out there doing the edging and doing the little trims on the grass and doing, and like machines making loud noises. I said, wow. I just waved at them poor gentlemen. I just had to wave at them and go like, I don't know what y'all doing.
To do.
No, not all of them. I'm sure there's one person, 1 or 2 of them, but some of them are just, that's probably their Sunday chores. And they was just out there. They was just out there. Chop, 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 chop. I said, you got to be kidding me. 50 Cent said the realest. Yeah, 50 Cent probably had the best Father's Day post.
I can't remember what he said. I saw it, but what did he say?
He said, Father's Day ain't a real holiday because ain't no Father's Day sales. Mother's Day, they got Mother's Day sales. They be acting like fathers don't like diamonds. He was like, they be acting like fathers don't like jewelry.
Yeah, and that's true. Ice your dad up. Ice your dad or your husband up.
One guy did get a power wash. One guy I know did get a power wash. Now, listen, the power wash, if you get a good one, is dope. But don't nobody really want. Now, I did get an outfit. I got an outfit and I got some slides, so I'm good.
Hey,
I already wore them. I wore them the day after. I was like, oh, this is comfy. So that was good. So thank you. So I ain't got no complaints. Me and my dad was just chilling. So there was nothing big about it. I don't want it to be a big event. We don't need another big event to stress people. Like, we gonna get shortchanged regardless.
Nice photo of you and your dad too. You wrote up a nice little write-up about your dad.
Yeah, shout out to my pops.
I was like, oh, look at Mike.
My little cranky ass pops. I love
him.
We
love your dad. You're
a little cranky. My dad will tell my mom, because my mom confuses me, y'all. My dad is diabetic, right? I don't know if I said this before. So the fight was to get him to take his insulin properly, right? That was a long struggle to get him to do it properly. Now he's on point with it, right? But every day when I'm out in the streets, my mom's like, hey, can you bring him 2 Boston cream donuts? Isn't that a contradiction?
Well, as long as he watches his sugars and he doesn't eat both at the same time, Mike, per se.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not well versed in the medical field. I don't know. I said, Mom, are we trying to save him or kill him? Let me know what I'm a part of right now, because I don't get these Boston cream donuts can't be healthy for somebody who's shooting up the insulin in the stomach. Like, I don't know.
Moderation, maybe half the donut.
And so we could start the show. There was nothing else on my weekend. Everything else, I got one show that got canceled in Atlantic City, and I was actually kind of happy because I didn't feel like leaving the graduation party and driving all the way to Atlantic City. So speaking of Father's Day, there's one son who does not want to be associated with his father. And I will give y'all, no, I'm not, Shawnee already is going to know, so I can't let y'all guess. But this baffles me. This shows me that money can't buy love. Elon Musk's son, Xavier, 18 years old, has now filed a petition to change his gender. His reason is, I no longer live with or wish to be related to my biological father. God damn, ain't that a stretch not to be with your biological father?
Yeah. So you gonna change your gender?
He's changing his gender. This is his quote in the Daily Mail. I no longer live with or wish to be related to my biological father. So you're going to swipe your penis off because you don't mess with your dad?
Well, changing your gender doesn't mean necessarily that you have to do the physical part. He might just want to be identified as whatever it is that he's trying to change into.
But don't you want to change? See, don't you want to change genders because you identify with another gender? Like
maybe he just doesn't want to identify with his father in any way, like the name, the sex, anything. Maybe he just wants to totally remove himself from being, remotely linked to his dad.
I want to know: are you going to remove yourself from the money too?
Good question.
I mean, why he just don't change his name? I mean, that's an easy thing to do. Just change your name.
So I don't know. I don't even have an angle on this. I just read it, and he just said, I no longer live with or wish to be related to my biological father. So you're going to change your gender. But my thing is like, once again, are you leaving the money?
Good question.
That's what I want to know.
You want to change your gender. That ain't got nothing to do with your daddy.
Well, he says it obviously their relationship ain't what it should be. So the richest man in the world's son says, I no longer live with. I wish. Okay. All right, homie. I'm sure the Daily Mail hasn't told us the entire story.
No.
Because there's obviously a story behind it. But if you want to really if you really want me to be impressed, tell me you want nothing to do financially with him.
Then
Say,
we know it's real.
Yeah, then we know you got beef. Say, I don't want nothing, zero. Matter of fact, give back the money he done gave you. And drive Lyft. Then I'll know you're serious. Then I'll know what you're doing is something I need to take serious. Xavier. That's his name. And then breaking news, and we'll get in. I wanted to save this, but we might as well jump right into it. We didn't do we got to talk about Juneteenth. And then we got Dexter. Dex is going to be on here. So he'll be reading cards and telling your future and telling you what's going to happen in a matter of weeks. And if you should just have a specific question your birthday. But the big news for everybody is that Beyonce dropped her single last night. Was it midnight? She dropped it at midnight, a little bit before midnight. Did you hear the song, Mo?
So I did not. I was knocked out. Sorry, Beehive. I did not listen. I plan to catch up today with all of the stuff that I missed over the last 24 hours, but I worked. Working people, sometimes we miss new releases. This is what happens.
Well, she released it. It's called Break My Soul. The hook is You Won't Break My Soul. It's a clubby song. It's not what I thought she was going to release. It basically has the same sound as what Drake came out with.
Oh, the 14 songs.
The 14 songs. So it has that vibe to it.
Okay.
Which everybody was killing Drake for.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was just like, I don't know. I listened. I skimmed through some.
Can do that type of that genre of music. 14 songs from Drake doing that is like.
I give that Drake album. I give it to the fall. And that's gonna be the hottest thing here. They're gonna be banging in the club. Everybody that's like, I don't like it. They're gonna be singing them songs.
Well, he's programmed everybody, Shawnee. He's programmed everybody. The hooks that he has in the song, the tune is catchy.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Everybody's gonna be on it.
Yeah, they're gonna be on it because Carly was all excited about it. She was like, Drake album is dropping. I can't remember what day it was, and I'm like, you staying up for that? She's like, yeah. And so the next day, we asked her, what you think of Drake's album? I haven't listened to it. And she was like, but of course, Slow, I guess he heard it and he was like, yeah, it's all European. And
it's all that vibe.
He catered to a certain vibe.
He made a whole.
It's gonna take just like Afro beats. When we first got that, it was when Beyonce put the Lion King out with all the Afro beats.
A lot of people's first introduction to Afro beats, but Afro beats has been around for
Yeah, but I'm talking about here in the States where they are really exposed to it, and then the other songs start coming in, they start mixing it into radio. So but it's time to do something new, J. Marie. It's time to do something new. He's switching it up. We got all the trap songs, we got all the songs that but all the ad libs. It's art.
And this is why I'm stapling this now. This is why Drake is never in my top 5 rappers. Because he's not a rapper first. He's an artist.
It's an artist.
Yeah.
He's a musical artist. That's why he's never gonna be in my top 5. I don't care how many goddamn records he sells. I don't care how many streaming records he breaks. I don't care what he does in the Guinness Book of World Records. I don't care what he's an artist.
Yeah.
He's a pop star.
Yeah, definitely.
Pusha T is a rapper.
Yes.
He's a hip hop artist. And that's what I've been saying. Like when we do these top fives, they're like, why don't you put Drake? I'm not hating on Drake. I think Drake is a dope rapper, but that's not his priority.
Right.
Drake can make a whole album and not rap one time on the album if he wanted to.
So even heavy Drake followers was like, when he gonna go visit Lil Wayne again? Because we need the Lil Wayne Drake back. But
and I'm not mad at him. But when you do all this stuff, it's gonna catch on because people are followers.
Yeah.
The record radio stations are gonna play it whether it's dope or not. They're gonna push it.
Well, they gonna play it because it's the promo budget behind it. That's why they gonna play it.
Yeah, they gonna play it. They gonna get laced up.
Even though Drake don't cause listeners to do outside of the U.S., you got to make that money overseas too. So
and Drake don't even need to lace the radio stations up because once social media gets a hold of it, you're gonna be forced to play it. Once the TikToks start popping, you're gonna be forced to play it. And once satellite radio's already playing it and all that other stuff. Now is it it's just okay. It's just a bunch of singing over some club songs, some club tracks. So globally, listen, people. I just said Drake's not a rapper. The reason why they're doing this is because America, we are falling behind everything. Culturally, we're falling behind everything.
We're behind in music big time.
And our music has become stagnant.
Yeah.
It's become repetitive and it's become the same thing. And nothing stays the same. Nothing stays the same. And it starts evolving into different things. So, rappers beware. There's going to be a change in the landscape. And I know Drake's by himself right now. But these kids is open to it. Yeah. And, so Beyonce jumped.
Beyonce dropping it.
I don't know if we'll ever hear from Rihanna again. Rihanna, can you just come? I know you breastfeeding or something, but
she doesn't even have to.
I know she doesn't forget. She doesn't have to. I don't care that she has to. A lot of them cats didn't have to. I don't care for techno.
Appreciate me when y'all had me.
We did appreciate it. We rode out for that girl.
I'm gonna sell this makeup.
We rode out for her.
Underwear.
I might sell this underwear. I might push out another baby, maybe.
But then the song, and then when I listened to the song, I listened to the song a few times with Beyonce. I really love Beyonce.
You got a little bit of it, Shawnee? Or we don't want to test the waters this
morning? I'm not playing that. They done already.
We'll be banned off of Microsoft. We won't be allowed to be on our laptops. HP.
They'll shut it all down. It's okay because it's just gonna make me work a little bit harder to get some things done.
But it's okay. When I heard the song, I was just like, I was waiting for something like the beat to change or something to happen. It never happened. So it was cool. I was like, all right. I was like, you won't break my soul. Got it. And then she sang, and I was like, I thought something different was going on. I thought there was in the middle, something was going to happen. But nothing happened. Maybe I need to listen to the entire thing. I was trying, but I was like, all right. So, but there's a lot of pressure every time Beyonce drops a song anyway. Like it's got to be earth shattering for us to get shook up about it.
Yeah, but I don't think she has us so locked in that I don't think that she can put out, even if it's something bad, people are gonna be like, yeah, like that was deep. She was just like really, really deep on that. I don't think that people are gonna really down her. And matter of fact, they so scared of the Beehive that even if it was bad, they're not gonna say it.
Now Beyonce's always gonna be Beyonce.
Yeah.
But the run has to come to, it doesn't have to come to an end, but the run does slow down for everybody. Like she's put out a lot of music.
I think instead of it slowing down, she's gonna let it evolve into something else. She's definitely a true artist. So she's not gonna just like retire and say, I'm no longer doing music anymore.
No. I mean,
develop into something else and into something else. I think that she's just gonna continue to evolve.
No, the business has a way of slowing you down.
And you know what? Look at this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at this face because I'm getting text messages from people. So we're up on Facebook. We are up 48% with people reached, 18% on post engagement, and 86% in page likes. And then they shut me down. This is some BS.
Yeah, we done pissed off. I don't know what y'all did. I don't know what y'all two did, man.
Being
I
great.
don't know,
Like you
and
see
they're
that as long as
changing.
these numbers were in the red, we had no problems. But they green. We 48% up of people reached. That's a lot.
They really need to be more clear. And we'll get back to Beyonce, but we gotta say this. Instagram and all you social media platforms, y'all have to clarify what it is that these rules and regulations, because they're so vague. And I want to know who is on the board that decides what's appropriate and what's not appropriate to post on Instagram anymore. Because the stuff that they're getting me for is stuff that I reposted. So they're not. I'm like, well, you let that person get 5 million views,
Right.
and I just reposted it because I liked it, not because I was trying to help the person get views. They was already super viral. I was just reposting it because I thought it was funny or inspirational. Who is the person who decides? Like, that's what we need to know. We need that face on CNN and Fox and MSNBC. We need that face.
Who's the gatekeeper?
Yeah. Was he on the Breakfast Club? Was it Elon Musk on the Breakfast Club like a year ago?
No, that was the CEO, I believe, of Instagram or TikTok. One or the other, because I remember somebody being banned at the time.
Is he the one? That is there one person that decides what's appropriate and not appropriate, or I don't get it.
I don't know.
I think it was Instagram because they had a campaign. They were asking him, are they gonna take Bootsy Badass off of
Instagram? Yeah.
Are they gonna let him go back, like let him back in? Are they gonna unfreeze his account?
Well, is he back on? Because I saw Bootsy on.
Yeah, he's out of jail. He's out of jail.
Rodney
now,
Perry, what up? Don't forget Rodney Perry live in less than an hour.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have Facebook, Rodney. They banned us on Facebook.
It is.
We got a shout out to JP Justice too. They started last night. Stepping
shout out
to
to JP.
Yeah.
Stepping into the AM. Be careful. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, you know what? This is what Instagram needs to do, and I think TikTok is doing. Since y'all are so in cahoots with these record labels, and obviously these record labels are doing something. They got some department now that is scanning all social media to see what beats or whatever are going on. You want to end the controversy? Make Instagram BDS. BDS. Make it detect.
Wow.
Now, for those who don't know what that is, that's how these artists get paid when a song gets played on the radio. A company called BDS, it detects. As long as the BDS detects and the name's on the check from Clue to Flex. Okay, never mind.
And you know what? If they did BDS and put media base there too, that would set up a whole new billboard for TikTok. Billboard could have another category.
Yes.
Billboard would have another category. We solved the problem.
The artists would get their checks.
Yeah, well, it's that time. It is 7:00 Central Standard Time, 8:00 Eastern Standard Time, and it is time for us to find out what our future holds for us for the rest of this month. We got a forecast coming in from our resident psychic, tarot card reader, all things dealing with the universe. Dex is here.
Dex!
Join us on IG.
Join us on IG because before we get into this, I gotta talk about following Dex on IG. I gotta talk about it is an interesting follow on IG, boy.
Really? You're enjoying it?
Yes. Let me tell you, Dex ain't shy.
You scared him one day. You scared him one day with your Michael Jackson post.
No. Get on IG Live. I want them because I'm gonna tell you when you scared me. When I said I can't, I'm out the sandbox. I'm taking all my toys. I can't play.
Oh wow! All right. So you all of you are on your page, Mike?
Just me and Shawnee because Mo got banned. I don't know, something to do with dick pics. I don't know what it was. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened.
That is definitely not.
I don't know. I don't know if it was a bad angle. I don't know. I don't know.
Let me hop over to Mike Shawn Comedy. Those of you who are watching me on Instagram, come over to Mike Shawn Comedy right now.
Come on over. Come on over. Come on over and join the family.
There we go. Oh, let me turn this
I
down.
definitely have something to tell you, Dex.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I hopped in the Instagram.
You trying to get in the club? Or let me get to the
outside the club.
Tell them to check the list. Tell them to check the list. Your name's
All right,
on
I'm
the list.
checking. I'm checking.
The
Okay,
name's on the list.
name.
All right, the name's on the list. All right, get on in here.
We
Let
gotta
him
give
in. No, let him in the club. Let him in the club. No, he's
Give
on
his
my
armband.
list.
There he
He's
is.
on my list.
All
J
right, he got
Black's not
armband.
coming.
Oh, look at Dex. Dex
Dex is not
got his
playing.
chest all out this
Dex
morning.
is not
What you doing, Dex?
As soon as I saw
What
this
Dex
morning,
got going on? What you doing after
Okay.
this, Dex?
Hold up.
That shirt gave me all 100% of my life this morning. Do you hear me?
Hold up. Do you see how he's dressed?
100% of my life this morning.
That is my goal right there. What Dex is doing right there, that is my goal on how I want to host the show right there. Right there.
Yeah, Dex got it going on.
Somebody said I got the Hugh Hefner vibe going on. Yeah,
What?
Like a fan.
You been in the gym, Dex?
What?
Just this morning, I got an injury actually. So just this morning.
Just this morning,
yeah. That's right.
I
see you. I see you single for the summer. You single for the summer, Dex?
I'm single. Totally
yeah.
Single. Oh, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, homie. That's what I'm talking about. By all means necessary. Use every angle. So Dex, I'm skimming through Instagram and it's dark in my room. All I got is it's late and it's dark. All I got is the TV light, just bright. And I'm skimming. And Dex got this. I think he had I don't know what music he had, but he was like
Thriller.
He's sitting there going like, I'm gonna teach you how to. I'm paraphrasing. I'm gonna teach you how to touch these ghosts and meet these ghosts. I said, no, the fuck we not right now. He said, I'm gonna teach you how to go to the other side. I said, no.
Yeah.
No, we not.
I need to get my Instagram back up. I need that.
I said in the class, I just did a class on hauntings explaining
right
ghosts and spirits. And I said in the class, it might be scary stuff, but you don't have to worry because I'm your tour guide. And so for people who might be nervous about that kind of conversation, if you have a tour guide, you're good.
I feel like we're not supposed to do that. Like I felt like my grandmother. Like my grandmother was like, "Oh no, puppy, no, you leave them sleep. You leave them sleep."
Let me say this: you are a spirit. So
right.
Taking the class is learning about yourself. That's all. That's it.
Yeah, I was tempted to scroll back. I was tempted.
Well, if you missed the class, the replay is in the link on my bio. So, it was a great time. A great time.
All right.
I didn't know you were nervous about this kind of material.
I don't know because I don't know if it's bad or like I always tell people I don't say I don't believe or do believe in certain things. Like, my grandmother was into my mother's mother was into a lot of that spiritual stuff and she saw stuff. And like she told my uncle he was gonna get shot the night he got shot. Yeah. And she saw it and she kept telling him and it happened that night. And I was like, so my grandmother always had this and she would do little ceremonies that I didn't know if I was supposed to be around and people doing things and holy water getting thrown in the air and
the same things that happen in churches on every Sunday.
Right. I just didn't. It was kind of different when you're in the apartment and all of a sudden people are spinning and shit. So, and I don't mean no disrespect in any way.
In your question, date of birth.
I want no smoke. All right.
Month and day in your question.
Yeah, month and date, your date of birth, and give a specific question. Please don't make it generic. Please try and keep it as specific as possible. We'll take a few generics, but in order for this to work properly and for him to get into his zone, we need some questions that are specific. Like, hey, I'm going to the job interview today for whatever company, and am I getting the job? And not am I going to be employed for the next 3 years? Like we need some specifics. Does anybody have a question they would like to start with?
Yeah.
All right, Shawn. Shawnee been on fire today.
Yeah.
I got a question. So how can they sign up for your class?
Oh, sure. It's just the link in the bio. There's a link in my bio at Love 911 Tarot on Instagram.
Question.
That's the question. You don't have a question?
No, that was it. I wanted him to say that because he was talking about the class.
All right.
I have a question.
You have a question?
Yes.
Go ahead. Get to the question. What's your date of birth, please? What's your date of birth, please?
9/15.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. So Dex, you know, we talked about this before. My grandma passed away over a year ago, and her favorite color was leopard, right? So immediately, you know, I've had like a, you know, kind of rough week or whatever, emotionally. And so this morning you just show up in this leopard shirt. And back in the 70s, she made my grandfather, who I never got to meet, the same exact shirt, and he wore it open like this in this particular picture, like one of my favorite pictures of her.
Wow.
And so I would like to know, I know you said it takes, you know, them a while after they pass on to be able to actually like physically communicate with people. So I would just like to know if she's coming through this morning.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the energy coming over top of you was very much loving. And you have this morning, not just from your eyeshadow, like the energetic around you is pink. There's a pink kind of aura. And also there seems to be some quiet times where your grandmother does seem to kick it with you. I don't know if you pause on the bed and do some meditation or catch your breath or do some breathing work. There's some energetic around you kind of sitting on the side of the bed and collecting your thoughts. I don't know do you have periods in the morning where you take a pause?
Before my feet hit the ground, I always say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for waking me up this morning. Like that's a every morning, no matter where I am.
Yeah. That quiet moment is where it looks like your grandmother seems to visit you most often, because you're creating a circle of power. You're calling down an energetic of, you know, not only protection, but also of loving kindness. So yes, long story short, yeah, you do get visitations pretty frequently.
Yeah, because I walked in the house yesterday and it was cool after I worked. And whenever she walked in my house, even if the air wasn't on, she was like, damn, it's cool in here. Damn, it feel good in here. And so I caught myself saying that, and I chuckled because I heard it in her voice yesterday when I walked in. So.
She's saying that she's been coming around a lot lately because you seem to be under a significant amount of pressure. There's some dialogue around pushing forward, etc. And she's trying to give you a permission to like relax. And you know, the people who are born in the autumn and winter, summertime is very treacherous for us because this is out of alignment with the way we're supposed to, the pacing. Your pacing is from harvest season, so it's about getting things done and then relaxing. Summertime is relaxation first and then prioritize after. And I think that you're doing the opposite. So you won't really have that kind of, it's going to exhaust you. And that's what she seems to be rubbing your back. So the energy feels very exhausting because you don't have enough time. Is speeding up right now, right? Today, I believe the sun enters into Cancer. It's the solstice. The days are going to be getting shorter from here on out. So soon it will be time to go full steam ahead. Right now, it's time to just relax and enjoy. Long story short.
And I'm not relaxing and enjoying. I did hear that.
Okay,
I'm not
relax.
relaxing and enjoying, and you actually hit it on
the
head. I am going I'm doing the opposite of what I should be doing. Summer should be relaxing, and I'm not. I am like.
Yeah, so that's a disharmony, right? And if you hold on to that too long, by the time we get to August, you won't have the energy it's going to take to master what's coming in the fall. So this is where physical symptoms then show up because now our body has to shut us down because we didn't take the opportunity to pace ourselves and recalibrate for the season. So everybody who's in autumn and winter has to check in with how they're going through and pacing this season because this is the opposite time of the year for us.
Okay, we got Terry T. December 12th. How's my exam looking on the 17th of September and 1st of October? Any guidance? Thanks for your kindness.
Yeah, I forgot to turn over any tarot cards. I was just reading just willy-nilly. I don't really need them, but I do it just to kind of let people know that tarot card readers also are valid readers. Sometimes people say, I've never had a psychic reading. I've only had a tarot reading. It's the same thing. The tarot is just a way to stay focused. One of the first things I see is your study program that you have is on point for you. You also feel like this overachiever energy. Listen, if you pass the test, you pass the test. I feel like you're striving for some kind of a mark. That's irrelevant. You're going to pass the test. There seems to be some standard that you're holding yourself up to, and that can rob you of the ability to celebrate when you have crossed the threshold. So you can start now, celebrating that every time you study is leaning towards you passing your exam. I just don't want it to be overshadowed by this dialogue of perfection. Give yourself permission to be imperfect, and your life will open up. And that's a message for everybody.
Now he said, if you want on IG Live, all I need is your date of birth, month and date, and a specific question.
Are you guys able to come to my Instagram Live? Like if I do an Instagram Live and you join me, and I say that because the traction goes a lot faster from what I've seen on IG. Mm-hmm. Just for follow in terms of numbers and
you coming at my neck, son? That's what you're doing?
No, because of the way Instagram is set up, right? If people are following you but don't engage with your page, algorithms.
Yeah. Set yours up and we'll go to yours.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna come over. I'll see you guys in a second on Instagram.
Because I got a question. I got a question for you. I got a question. I need cards. I need diagrams. I need, if you got some incense, light some incense. If you got to do a song and whatever you got to do, like, all right. So we're going to go to Dex's Instagram page. What's your page?
Love 911 Tarot.
Love 911 Tarot. Love 911 Tarot. All right. You start yours.
TAROT for those non-spellers.
Yes. It's right on your screen too. It should be on your screen.
Did you see how I ducked that spelling situation? Did you like that? Did you see how I didn't even try? Like, I was like, okay. It's not even a hard word. Those are the worst words ever. When it's not even a hard word, you like.
It's so simple, it's hard.
You ever be in the doctor's office, you send in a text message and you don't know how to spell a word, you want to say it into your phone, but you don't want to sound stupid as hell next. So people like, you don't know how to spell casual? No, bitch.
No.
Well, sometimes that happens to me sometimes, like words that you spell all the time. If you think about it too hard, it can often feel like, this doesn't look right,
All right, now how do I get added? How do I get added? Send request. Here I go.
There we go. Perfect. There we go. Boom.
Oh, there goes my circle. My circle's filling. Yes,
go.
It is. I'm coming. I'm gonna be there in a second. I was about to
hey,
¿cómo está? Está bien. Okay. All right, Dad. Let me let you get set up. I'm
just telling them to drop the questions and I'm gonna pin that post. Boom. Okay.
All right, y'all. Now we don't have them for a long time, so we need y'all to get right to it with your name and your date of birth. I am 3'2". I'm in the eye of the storm right now. My personal life is in shambles, so I need to know where it's going with family and specific career. But let's start with family. That's the most important thing. I'm in the eye of the storm right now. So I need to know where we're going with this, and am I handling it correctly? Because I'm taking baby steps.
Yeah, well, one of the first things that seems to be happening right now is you seem to be taking an angle of humility. You seem to be quite apologetic to a number of different people. Also, too, as we move forward and get toward July, this Empress card saying this seems to be a bit of a blessing in disguise because it's opening you up. I find that when we are made humble or when life has its foot on our necks, we start to open up to possibilities that seemed limiting before, when really it was us just being limited. Does that make sense? We start to be open to listening, but we're not just listening to the people that we might feel as though we have to kind of create a resolution with, but we open up to advice from the universe. It's when we actually get our pride out of the way. And that's what's happening right now. Your pride is being put in check so that you can open up to what the universe has been trying to give you, but you may have been rigid about. This, here we have this Knight of Pentacles here. There's a dialogue around you not knowing everything. And that might be a challenge for you sometimes. I don't know you on a personal level, so I don't know if that's a challenge for you, but that there's a dialogues here about you being receptive to coaching and recognizing that sometimes other people do have valid points to make.
The coaching thing is pretty amazing that you said that, because that's what I've been receiving, like a lot. And that universe thing. Wow. How about the career? The career that was, you really ain't got. But the career situation, is that coming around?
Yeah, it is. There seems to be some kind of a pivot that you do in September in terms of your angle. But the last time we chatted, I also saw some significant movement around August. So the timeline hasn't slipped too much.
Yeah, you've been consistent with that.
And I often say that when we talk about timelines in a psychic reading, what we're discussing is a range of time, right? So if I say September, could be the end of August. It could be the beginning of October. It's not the beginning of October for you, but I always create a window, because the time that you take a step or the time that you return the phone call that was missed or the time that you get the voicemail, that can change the day. You know what I mean? You're not going to miss your bus, but it can change when you get on it.
Oh, you be scaring people, because that whole universe thing, my therapist got me hugging trees and yelling at trees and walking barefoot in grass and all types of goodness. All right. Let's get to the Duchess of Wisdom. Okay. 130.
Love the name.
What spiritual system should I tap into for my health and spiritual development?
What I'm seeing you with a good amount of crystals. I don't know if you've been doing a lot of earth work. It might be helpful to do something called earthing, where you walk around barefoot outside or in the grass.
Uh-oh. Did we lose him?
You froze on us.
Oh, yeah. You froze.
Because we circumvented the process and had him use his account.
Well, the IG is working fine. IG is working fine.
You know, IG is mad at us.
You got frostbite over here.
IG. You're fine on IG.
You're good on IG, but you froze on us.
You may have to come out and come back.
Thank you, J. Marie. You said what?
He may have to come out and come back in from StreamYard. But Mike, that whole barefoot walking thing,
yeah,
we're talking about, and your therapist has you doing that, like, that's some real good stuff.
Yeah, she got me doing a whole
trees out here, but I didn't know you was doing the other stuff too.
No, yeah, the whole, and you got to understand, it freaks me out walking on grass, just my feet. Okay, well, we gotta get you. Can you get back on here? We got a lot going on, y'all. Give us a minute.
Listen, it won't let us be great. Listen, it will not let me
and Mike,
great.
I'm surprised that you're open to walking on grass, because I know you don't like dirt and like stuff.
No. And I always do it after the grass is cut.
That's really open of you. That's really open of you to be, to be receptive to new things, trying new things.
Yeah, I forgot what the word is called. It's not stabilized, but
unstabilized.
No, the word to get you stable, but that's not the word with the universe to get something. Grounded. So
becoming one with the universe.
I'm trying to be grounded like a motherfucker, y'all. I'm trying to be grounded everywhere. I just want to be.
Well, definitely walking on grass barefooted is definitely an anchoring experience. I'm excited for you that you're doing all of this, becoming one with nature stuff.
I'm trying. Dex, I don't know how we're gonna do it, because we got to do the show on here. And we can't do you on Instagram Live and do the show at the same time, because then I'm going to interrupt your readings. So I don't know if you just want to come try and get back on StreamYard, and we could just do a few more. Okay. All right. We'll see you in a minute. All right, cool. All right. Thanks for joining.
We having all kind of issues.
It's all good.
Yeah,
it happens.
Okay, so did you read J. Marie?
What did J. Marie say?
J. Marie says, her comment says, the relationship that I'm in now, we are both mutually into each other.
Yeah, the relationship I'm in now, we are both mutually. This feels good. Will we continue to flourish despite the previous prediction you gave me? Oh, there was a previous prediction.
Yeah, he did say some stuff. Girl, just go through your relationship.
Women don't listen to men anyway, so you might as well just continue the process.
What's gonna happen? Yeah,
and things might change. Your readings might have changed mutually into each other.
I was gonna say they may have shifted, because he did talk about things shifting and changing. So.
No, Dex is coming back. We just had technical difficulties.
But Dex has been batting 1,000 since I've met Dex with any of my readings, any of the things. And I don't know him personally, outside of the show. I don't even talk to him, go to his DM, anything. and it could be few far in between. He still hits it on the head with me each and every time.
Have you ever gone to one of them houses and got a reading? Have you ever driven by one of them houses and had to sign? Have you ever gone in and
Full
actually?
transparency, I have.
And what
Yes.
happened?
It was creepy, and I feel like I wasted my money. Low key, I really feel like I wasted my money. I played myself, and it was creepy.
When I was,
had a whole bunch of cats.
oh yeah, you should have got out of there.
Yes, and I'm like, should I be going into some stranger's house just because they got a sign outside their door? They could be crazy, have all kinds of stuff in the basement, and I still went.
Yeah, when I was
I've
18.
done that before too.
Oh,
Yeah,
you went in the house too?
I went in the house.
Yeah, I feel like I wasted my money.
Was it productive?
It wasn't Dexter.
I don't know. I mean, she just seemed like, I don't know.
Like she was generic?
She just seemed like an old lady that wanted to talk. I don't know.
So when I was 18,
wanted more money.
When I was 18,
yeah. That's like
my girlfriend at the time at 18, kind of my girlfriend, worked at a Mexican food restaurant. So I would pick her up after her shift. So when I went there once a week, this lady would flip cards. And I just sat down for just for the hell of it, because I ain't had nothing else to do. And this lady said, there are two women in your life right now, right? She started flipping. Now, mind you, I'm here to pick somebody up, and she's still working her shift. And she says, the person that you pick is going to be your wife. And she started describing the person. And how did old girl describe the person to a T? And it wasn't the person I was picking up, and I wound up marrying that girl. Now, it didn't work. The bitch didn't say that. She ain't flipped that card. Like, she could have flipped the rest. Like, she could have done the future. You know what I'm saying? She could have told me more. But she really did. It was weird because she really did like break down details on, and she was breaking down ages and talking about me relocating. Now, I didn't even know I was going to relocate. I was working in the stockroom. So I wound up relocating, and the relocation was just visiting her in college every weekend. But anyway, y'all had bad experiences. And it was a white lady, and she was just so casual. I almost want to say she was smoking a cigarette. Might be some of, what was that, Jamie Marie? What was your first comment? Which is why I'm trying not to get in my feelings like this will fail. You gotta have a positive energy, girl. I'm not even someone
she
who would normally entertain none of this. What do you mean none of this?
Girl,
you're mutually involved with each other.
It's just a reading. It's not set in stone. You can control. Just work hard then and make the relationship work.
My church upbringing, conflicting. Yeah, I know. I get your feelings. I understand. Sometimes I feel like we be playing with stuff that we shouldn't be playing with. Like, trust, I be thinking that stuff. That's why when he was doing like he was gonna talk to the ghost, and we love Dex, like we love him. I was just,
when he was gonna talk to
like, you gonna talk to the ghost. I was like, I'm out of here. Maybe Dex could clarify like why he thought it was gonna sizzle, and if that didn't happen, maybe it'll work out. It could, Terry T. We just gotta get Dex back.
Relationships are hard.
Well, he does.
Girl, they are hard.
He does say often, like when he's doing readings, he does say that it may not manifest the way that you actually think it is. So some of the things that he tells you, you might come back and say, oh, but this didn't happen. And then he'll ask you further questions. He'll say, well, but did this happen? Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, it's normally spot on. So I think it's also the way that you interpret his reading, like, and apply it to your life. He's been, taking it, like I said, 1,000, batting 1,000 in every sense with me. Even when I'm like, I don't think so. And then when he elaborates a little bit more, I'm like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Trust me. Yeah, I don't like I'm like my dad. My dad's like, yeah, I don't play with them spirits. But I don't disrespect them either. I ain't got no beef. I just don't know if we overstep our bounds. It's done because we're naive and we don't know no better. Mm-hmm. I want to preface that and put that out there as a public service announcement to any spirits that happen to be around here, around me right now. I would like to say, I'm not saying you're not here. I do believe, I believe there's some, things going on in the universe that we can't understand. I think we're the smallest part of the universe. I think we like just little
just go through your relationship, Jay Marie.
Go get it. Did y'all do it yet? No, I'm playing.
Yeah, just work through the issues. Work through them.
And there's nothing to say that you can't work through any issues. And then there may, be something unknown. Who knows? But I would say just keep working your relationship the way that you're working your relationship. And like anybody else, in life that's in a relationship, you have no control over what's going to go on in the future. All you have is control over how you handle the situations as they come to you. That's it.
I don't know why we defend. Look, Dex told me I was going to get busy this summer and I may not be capable of doing all the busyness. And he was absolutely right. I wasn't. So he was on point. Mm-hmm. But, it's not like he's going to tell you you're going to drink a Sunkist at 2:00. Like he can't, it ain't going to be like, you can't take it. You know what I mean? Like, you have a grill.
2:05, you're going to burp.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works now. I think we got him back.
We got him back.
Oh,
here he is.
Yes, there we go.
Technology, the gift and the curse.
It is.
All right, bring your question back up, Jay Marie, so we can get to it.
Well, we got to finish.
So
let's see, where did she go? We have finished
the wisdom soul.
What is her name?
Wisdom Moon.
The Duchess of Wisdom.
The Duchess, yeah. Duchess of Wisdom.
All chop that up.
Yes.
Yeah, this is great. So as I was saying, you seem to be connecting with the earth a lot. So crystals seem to be one of the first things that seem to be around you. I don't know if you've begun that work. You don't have to collect a whole bunch of crystals. The key with crystals, just like with any gemstone, so this is not just for the Duchess of Wisdom, but anybody who's bought any jewelry, the way to choose the correct crystal and gemstones, precious gems are also what we could consider to be crystals, right? Because they're rocks from the earth. Is if the color speaks to you, right? That's how we typically choose our jewelry as well. So if the color speaks to you when you go into a crystal space, that gives an indication of what you should be working with. And then you can research its properties later. But using your intuition to choose which crystals you work with is probably the best way to work, because you get out of your intellectual mind of somebody said this is good for this and that's good for that. But if you don't like the color red, you can't use and get the same benefit that somebody else got, from it.
Really?
It's very important that we listen to what we are averse to as well as what we're attracted to, because that's our spirit talking about the energetic. If it makes you feel sick, if you hate the color red, don't choose a stone. Don't work with a stone that's red, because it's gonna irritate you already. It's gonna disturb your spirit, is what we say.
So I'm interested in this. When you go to vote, like the presidency, right? And we're going to vote for a president.
Yeah.
Do you literally take their birthdays and use your gift to figure out what they're about? Because with your gift, no matter what they say on the microphone, you should be able to see something deeper than that.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I did. I looked into the Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump back in 2016. And I wanted to know, well, what can I get from this? The first thing that I saw during that campaign time, before the votes even came in, while they were still running on the campaign trail, first thing I saw was rioting, and then I saw guns. That was it. I didn't get an answer of who was going to win. I got riots and guns.
Whose birthday was that under? Was that a certain birthday?
I didn't use a birthday, and at that time I was working with a mirror.
Wow. Well, that okay. All right.
Look at us now. You're right. Even after that presidency from 2016 to 2020, what have we seen? What did we see in 2020? Right. Lots of guns, lots of riots.
Right.
Do you when you're in a relationship, do you take is that the first thing you do?
No, hell no. Hell
no.
Oh my God. Every time I have read a beloved, it ends our relationship. Every time. Because it's so interesting you're saying it, because to know the future impacts the present moment. Do you know what I mean? And it can very often speed up a number of things. If we were given, and this is why my guide, when people are asking me about different things in their lives, certain answers are available, certain answers aren't available, because if you were able to get at one time all of the information of a situation to digest, it would overwhelm you. And so I typically try to avoid that. Now, if I get something, right, if something is pushed to me, then that's for us to know, right? That's for me to know. That's for whoever I'm dating to know.
Right.
But I don't search for, oh God, every time I search, every time. Never fails. It kills the relationship.
Oh, did he
Kills
freeze
it.
it?
I told you.
I want you to be honest.
It's kind of it's whack.
I got another question, but I need you to be honest.
Okay.
And not saying you haven't been honest, but I need you to be honest. Have you ever, with somebody that you were dealing with?
I never know what you're gonna say. Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. And you flip the cards and you read them, right? Uh-huh. Have you ever gone against it and said, I'm still gonna go, even though the cards flipped something and told you, get out? This is not for you. And you ignored your own powerful
this is
insight.
Just so good.
Yes, but I will say that when I read for myself, I don't see as clearly if I'm invested in the outcome. So once again, this is why most psychics see somebody else, because if I'm invested in the outcome, how can I see it clearly? Because I'm still moving with a desired outcome. So I'm not going to be able to. Now, if I do a reading on somebody or a situation while I'm with them in the moment, I won't even be able to make sense. I will be able to make sense of the card later. It will make sense after the fact, but I can't. It doesn't typically make sense in the moment.
What is, and
now,
then
somebody's up to something that I need to know, and this just happened to me with the person I was dating. I was given a dream, and damn it, everything that was in the dream, I didn't know what it meant because it seemed like it didn't make sense. I saw them with somebody else, and the relationship was open, but it was the sneaky way that they did it, and I don't like dastardly ways. I can't stand sneakiness because I leave the door open for most of my relationships anyway. Right. It's honesty that'll turn me off immediately. Dishonesty. So anyway, I got dishonesty, right? It's honesty that I don't know why it's so hard for people to do, even when there's nothing to hide. Anyway, so I could feel when something happened, and I didn't need an explanation. I didn't need proof, and they didn't try to argue anything that I said. And
they ain't even fight back, huh?
No need. I think that sometimes when I date people, they think when I say I'm psychic, oh, it's just a gimmick.
Right.
But it's a gimmick until I use it on you, and then
that part. That part.
Before we go to J. Marie, one more question about, and I want to know your philosophy on this. This really, I don't know if this has to do with your psychic things or anything. What do you think is one basic mistake that human beings do trying to find happiness?
Ooh. You've been going through something because you are bringing it.
It's all this damn tree hugging and barefoot walking he doing.
This is transformative. I mean, your conversations are very transformative today. So, but this is great. This is a reflection of the inner work. I think thinking that another person can complete us is a really big fallacy. In any situation, in any relationship, that includes, family, children, people we choose as lovers. They can't complete us. That we are complete. If we are spirit and come from the source or the creator, we're already complete. They can enhance. They can be a mirror for us. They can give us a push. They can supplement. They are a supplement. Relationships are supplemental to our personal work. Why? Because we're born by ourselves and we cross over by ourselves, right? So it's really a personal movement. It's just, we share that movement with other people. That's a big.
It's like vitamins. It's like vitamins, right? Right.
And the key is knowing.
I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna feed
vitamins
myself.
That's right.
But the vitamins help. Like they help overall with my well-being. But yeah.
So all them love songs talking about you complete me is just a bunch of nonsense because you have to be completed. You got to be completed or in the process of completing yourself.
I don't think it's fully incorrect. I think it says I am myself with you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So
yeah. I'm myself.
It's not you completing me. It's I know something more about me because of you. And if you were to leave today or tomorrow, I would still grow because I'm in communion with myself.
Okay. All right, J. Marie, we're on to you now, young lady. 1121, the relationship that I'm in now, we are both mutually into each other. This feels good. Will we continue to flourish despite the previous prediction you gave me? Eyes staring emoji.
Yeah, I love the word despite what I said previously. Give me a moment. You do seem to be in a really good space. There seems to be a really good flow. Both of you have your own lives. You seem to be continuously being invited into your partner's space. Give me a moment. I see it. It seems to be flowing at least until we get to October. You will have a hiccup. If I predicted that before, it's still coming. But the timeline may have shifted. So not despite, but perhaps including a bit of a hiccup in October.
A hiccup. Who doesn't have a hiccup, J. Marie? It's a hiccup. He didn't say it was going to be self-destruction. Just a hiccup.
Not atom bomb.
Yeah, it might just be a little disagreement over something on what movie to go watch, what Netflix series we're going to watch, or something. It doesn't have to be good morning. Who said that?
Trendsetter.
Okay, trendsetter.
Research department.
All right, put a little pause in between that. All right. Shout out to Trendsetter, our research department. I mean, damn, that brought me happy tears. Oh, what brought you happy tears?
I am myself.
He's talking about
I am myself with you.
Oh, yeah, that was dope. No,
Take
that
down.
I actually jotted that down as a mental note because that's a smooth line. That line right there is that's a go-getter. Yeah, that's a good one. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Shawnee, you ain't got a question?
no.
Here go Rodney Perry. See, put Rodney Perry. And this is why, see, Rodney, why you starting trouble? The man didn't tell her to get out of there. The man said it was a hiccup. We all had hiccups in a relationship. I had 4 burps. Hiccups,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean get out. Well, it doesn't mean get out of there.
I got a question.
Wait, real quick. Dex, did you really want to say get out of there?
Not today. I don't know what I said.
Not today.
Not today.
Today.
Today didn't feel like a get out of there day.
It didn't.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Shawnee. Give me a question.
Okay, 11-9. So these social media platforms are not allowing me to be great.
Yeah.
So, do you see me growing on my app more now? Like, will I be able to? I guess not. Because I can do that. I don't need to ask you that. I know I can do that. It's just a matter. How should I go about growing the app? Getting the numbers there.
There seems to be some commercial work coming up, like in terms of promotion. There's like some
advertising.
You know how you see a lot of things being sponsored these days. Mm-hmm. There's with some kind of a campaign run. And I've done it a couple of times on Facebook. Really easy to do. It's going to need some visuals in order to get some traction. That's what I see showing up. But that doesn't seem to really you don't seem to give a push to that until at least September. We get to September, I don't know.
Look at Rodney.
He just said that while he wrote September, right as I was saying it. So the timeline,
as he was saying it, Shawnee.
But I think he was talking about Jay. I think he was talking about Jay Marie. That was weird. My question too. Go back. What did Jay Marie?
He said wait till September, Shawnee. No.
And Dexter said September as soon as as he was saying it. Yes.
Go back to Jay Marie's comment before that. Afro Queen, let's go to you because I wanted to say something to Jay Marie because she said she's feeling what Dex said. She can be herself around the guy. If you can be your full self around somebody, that's a beautiful thing. 821 is the energy of my internal dialogue and what I'm trying to attract conflicting. I hope that makes sense. You just sound
only in the sense that sometimes when you send a prayer up, the first thing that you say you won't do is typically the actual way out. Sometimes the prayer when we go in our prayer closet, it includes the thing we say, but absolutely not that. I want X, Y, and Z, but absolutely not that. A woman called me. I ran a special. Right now I'm having a special, you guys. It's 15 minutes for $15. The link is in my bio. But the woman called me. I hadn't heard from her in a year. And she said her kids pushed her to call me back because in our reading last November, I told her that somebody was coming relationship-wise in March. And she said, so did you really mean March? Did you mean my ex, et cetera? And I said, well, did somebody come through in March? She said, yes, but it was my ex. And we rekindled something, but it fizzled. You didn't mean him, did you? And I said, well, when did he come through? She said, March 7th. I said, so you memorized the date. That was it. Sometimes people swear that because it didn't work out or because it was It wasn't the fairy tale ending, but the timeline somehow was mistaken. But the timeline was the timeline. So I think that in your prayer closet, sometimes you can dismiss the first option. As soon as we send
Uh-oh.
Oh,
he's frostbitten.
Spirits up in here won't let us be great.
He won't let us be great. I gotta wait to September to be great again.
Whoever that lady is who complained, like he predicted somebody was gonna come into your life. He predicted the month. He can't help it if it was recycled D. He can't help it if it was the X. He can't help it. It wasn't new D.
It wasn't new. It wasn't new.
It was familiar D. It was the familiar D that came. Like what?
It was
Now y'all want him
recycled.
Yeah. Now you want him to predict just new D predictions? Like, oh, come on. What's wrong with little X popping in your life and you rekindling something? And you know what? Chances are it ain't gonna work because it didn't work the first time, but you never know.
First time, 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna work the second time.
Unless that person is hugging trees.
Feel good, Mike. Doesn't mean that it's not fun. It just means the long-term longevity of it. It's not gonna work.
Everybody got that old person that pops back up, and you just like no. And some of y'all single, so why not? Just don't try and make the same mistakes. I'm hollering recycle D. Listen, I don't know what y'all want from. It's getting a little ridiculous what y'all expecting from Dexter now. Like he's giving y'all timelines.
Sorry about that. Crazy. I just hopped on my phone. I wanted to say before I have to go that as soon as we send a prayer up, resources are made immediately available to us, but only to the extent that we're willing to accept the first way out, the first doorway or first option. It has to make sense too. The Spirit's not going to send us a trick. But the point I'm making is oftentimes we dismiss something because it's the thing that we said we would absolutely not do, don't want to do. We become closed. And when we become closed, we close down the timeline. We collapse the timeline. And that's why people say they're stuck. We're never really stuck.
I don't know if you have the answer to this, but it's always been something I feel guilty when I do my prayers at night. Do you literally have to say everybody's name you praying for? Or can you just say, like, no, real talk, I got a lot of cousins. And I always put everything in all my cousins because there's too many cousins, right?
Yeah.
But I try and say but if I say, God, can you please bless all the people that I love? Is that too generic? Is that cola? Or do I have to say the names?
That's plenty.
Okay. All right.
Spirit is connected to every single person on this planet. As soon as you speak it already is sent out. The only challenge will be whether or not they're open to receiving it, but that's not your work to do. Once you send it out, you're sending it out to who's open to it.
Okay, one more before you go. We got one more. Lala said July 23rd is Nancy Castillo, June 21st, trying to come through.
So there's a woman coming through, but she's I don't know if she seems mature, not old, but mature. She must be older than you in some way. She seems to be sliding something across the table. This feels like a food dish. Are you a picky eater? Did she used to cook for you? Because she seems to be sending something across the table with a little bit of a authoritative, energetic. So I'm just curious if you're a picky eater, if she ever cooked for you. And why she seems to be sliding this dish too. Also, she seems to be saying something about your temper. So I don't know who that might be for you. But this
you cussed out anybody this week?
Has definitely seen your temper. Yeah. Have you been frustrated lately?
You done tangled with anybody? Yeah, you had to tell somebody off.
There's an energetic around you that seems to be quite I don't want to say combative, but like defensive right now. In college, we ate all the time. I did most cooking. Did you have some kind of attitude that people referred to during that period of time? Sounds like it's somebody from college, but there's some dialogue around like if you're like what's the word I would say, frustrated or angry, like to leave you alone.
Let me see if she says laugh.
I stay snapping. I have this passion.
Oh, Lala, don't you ever doubt what comes out of Dex's mouth. And the leopard, when he got the leopard shirt on, that's when he's lethal for real. That's when the joints is a button down, because that's that shirt I'm wearing once I get in shape, y'all.
You can wear. You can wear. I'm sure you can wear one now, Mr. Rodney Perry. If you want one, I got you.
Nah,
I got this. Here.
I'm still working on this thing, and the boobs are going down. The push-ups are working, but right there, it's just I can't do that because you got it all the way down.
That shirt.
Like I can wear that shirt.
Got taco meat right there that they don't want to go get waxed. Everybody can't wear that shirt, Dex.
Oh, and I don't have any body hair. Isn't that funny? So I must have some indigenous heritage somewhere from a warmer climate. Because aside from like underarm hair, etc., I don't have any body, no leg hair.
Neither do I. I've never shaved my legs a day in my life.
Yeah, it's a breeze. It's a breeze to get ready.
You could tell Lala you could tell Lala's the problem. She said when you make statements like Lala just made, they got me fucked up at work. Yeah, that's when you the problem. Lala, you the problem.
Lala, we don't want you to lose. Don't lose your job.
Don't lose your job, sweetie.
Don't lose it.
Yeah.
Don't lose your job.
Hey, you guys, I'm sorry for all the glitches, but I do have to teach at 9 o'clock. So it was great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm back here every third Tuesday with Michael Shawn, and it's been a blast. Hopefully next time we'll have a smoother time. But join me. Don't forget to follow me on Love 911 Tarot on Instagram and Facebook.
And you got a lot of pressure for your next outfit because your shirt is getting rave reviews by everybody. Everybody loves it.
Man.
Thank you, homie. Thank you so much.
Do my best. All right, see you soon.
All right, before we go, we're gonna play a little game before we go. We got a few minutes left. Don't forget to check us out tomorrow. The return of Jay Black. Yes, because Jay Black needed another day after a 3-day weekend. Can you imagine if one of us had called out and said we needed another day? What Jay Black would have had to say. All right, y'all. I got the top 10 grossing movies of all time in front of me. Top 10 grossing movies of all time in front of me. I'm going to let y'all get some picks at it and see if y'all can pick any of these. If y'all get number one, I'll be shocked because y'all might have seen that movie. All right, I'll go with you, Shawnee. Give me a pick. Top 10, and Boys in the Hood is not in it.
What?
No, top 10 grossing movies of all time. Juice didn't make it. I'm going to let y'all know right now. Juice didn't make it.
Kind of racist what about going
on? Dang, it's so many of these. What about Star Wars?
On here, Star Wars should be on here. Star Wars is actually 15th on here.
Wow.
It's actually 15th, which is crazy. But you on the right track. You on the right track there, Shawnee. You on the right track. All right. Sexy Mo, come on. We got a few minutes.
What about Scarface?
I just told you, Scarface ain't making no highest grossing.
It gotta be.
You are in the hood. Scarface is probably in the top 5.
Yeah. Ashley says Ashley and DJ Super say Independence Day.
Independence Day did not make the top 10. Let me see how far down I can go. If Independence Day is not top 24, not top 25. Ooh, no.
Only in the hood?
No, this is not in the hood. Keep the hood movies out. The hood movies ain't making.
What about E.T.?
Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see.
That gotta be there.
E.T. did not make the top 10.
The top 10. Okay, so then it's more of like the what's this? Avatar.
Avatar. Bing, 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 bing is number 1.
Okay.
Avatar made $2.8 billion.
Wow.
$2.8 billion. Avatar. Now you're getting where we're going here. Okay, we got a few more minutes.
What about Marvel's movie Black Panther?
Let's see. Black Panther didn't make the top 10, but it did make 13. It's 13 from the top grossing, $1.3 billion.
Okay.
That's good. So you were out the top 10, but I'll just tell you now, that was the only black one that made any that came.
Absolutely.
That was the only one.
What about Afro Queen and Ashley say Titanic.
Number 3, good choice. Bing, 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 bing.
Okay, what about I Am Legend?
Oh, let me fall back. You said Star Wars. I missed it. Star Wars was number 4, but Star Wars it was episode. It was the Force Awakens. So yeah,
there's so many of them. It's so crazy because they going backwards. Like the books go forward and then books go backwards and the movies are going forward. It's crazy.
And that's why the Obi-Wan Kenobi one is doing so well, because it's back to the old school and it's taking it from the beginning and it's getting you through all the trenches of what happened. Okay, Mo, so you see where we at right now. You see where we're going with the flow. You see where we going.
What about I Am Legend?
Oh, no.
No.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend couldn't, like, I still don't understand that, but okay.
Now, I will say this to give y'all a hint. It's very hard to get on this list if the movie only had one. You know what I'm saying? Like E.T. didn't have a sequel. So it's it's hard to get on this. Titanic is the only one that I see on here that wasn't part of a series.
Okay, so Men in Black.
Oh, that's a go. That should be on here.
It should.
Oh, you good at this, Shawnee. I gotta play more of these games. Wait a second.
Okay, now bring some of the ones that I was saying.
Men in Black. I don't see it. I'm already down to 57.
Okay, well then let's keep it going. So
these
movies
came out in the era of the bootleg, so a lot of people didn't go to the movies to see.
Super says Jurassic Park. DJ Super, bing, 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 bing. Number 7 on the list. Jurassic Park. 1.6 billion.
I was gonna say with actually Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Lord of the Rings has to be on here. Where's Lord of the Rings?
My precious.
Has to be on there.
Lord of the Rings 25. The Return of the King 1.1 billion. Yes.
Okay, so what about the James Bond series?
James Bond
and Afro Queen is saying that with me.
James Bond did not make this.
What? All 8 of them didn't make it.
Did not make it.
So
I guess
no
007. Mission Impossible.
Friday not on it.
Mission Impossible is not on here.
That's crazy.
And what about Born Identity? J. Marie says Born Identity.
Now, see, y'all taking the whole series and they're taking parts, like one particular movie out of the series. So Born Identity did not make, but that's a good ass guess. I would have guessed that too.
What about Harry Potter?
Now, Harry Potter, let me do this slowly because Harry Potter 14th. The one that's on is Harry Potter and the Deadly Hallows, which is part 2, 1.3 billion.
So not in the top 10.
What about Twilight?
Twilight did not make the top 10. Wow, I'll give you the top 10 real quick and we can wrap it up. Top 10, Avatar was number 1. Number 2, Avengers Endgame. Number 3, Titanic. Number 4, Star Wars episode, whatever V11 is, The Force Awakening. Number 5, Avengers Infinity War. Number 6, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Number 7, Jurassic World. Number 8, The Lion King. Number 9, The Avengers. Number 10, Furious 7. The Fast and the Furious. God damn it.
Oh, dang, I forgot about that.
That was number that too. Yeah, but there's a lot of Marvel.
Lot of Marvel.
Reggie D. Where was Reggie D? I have to call you because I got to get on Rodney's show, Trendsetter.
All right, y'all. Everybody, thank y'all for joining us. Go follow my man Dex. He's a super psychic medium. Make sure you check him out. We'll be back on here tomorrow with the full squad. Jay Black will join us unless he's still exhausted. So as I close, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that, and understand there's only one thing in life that is guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life. You fight for likes, you fight for views, you fight for parking spots. Fight for your happiness and never let anybody take it from you. Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends. We will see y'all tomorrow. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.